Right. Wow. Okay. Oh, blimey, look at this. Ha ha! I greased that. Yeah, lots of there'll be so many new people today who've never seen this angle before, man. Won't there, eh? Yeah, big old load of reverse from it. Wow. Wow. Listen to him go. Oh, didn't we get that on Facebook? No. Oh. Okay, stand by. Roger, Roger, Roger. So let people, let's people get their bearings, shall we? We've got another one and another one. I don't believe it. Look at this. Hold on, let me put this in here. Flip, flop, flam, flinger. That should give me a little bit more. Ah, okay. Yeah. Is it? Another one behind him. London, folks. It's really funny. You had to be there with this one. Oh, he's pushing back. He's pushing back. He does. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. So this is EK30, folks. Our good friend Damo, remember him from last week with Vlad. I don't know if Vlad's with him this week, but Damo's taking this one out, ladies and gentlemen. Captain with Emirates Airlines. Loving and enjoying flying into London Heathrow. Of course, he doesn't fly normally because he's on the 777, and he would normally be flying elsewhere, but because the 380 isn't here at the moment, that's why. Wow. All of a sudden, he's on the push. Wow. Should I do the start up for him, because we won't hear it from here? Mind you, the wind's travelling up this way. You might get the. There it is. Just quickly get this guy touching down. Easy, son. Hey! Ha ha! Wow, swing it, baby! Ha ha, that was nuts, man. Is he on the move? That was nuts, man. Okay, GP, go comms, GP. Okay. Sugar ices, peanuts, ocelot snoozes. Get water on. Oh, sorry about that. So we'll lose him a little bit behind the old BEA. I swear that set of hangers down there is where all the tiddlers go, basically. They do pop 777s in the light outside of it, but obviously, as you can see, the tail's sticking up in the air. Too low, but not too low for A320s and so on and so forth. But that's where they used to park up all the BEA Tridents, etc., etc. So we're going to lose him now for a little bit. Let's follow this triple out. Wow, that was a very... Wow, getting a bit of thermal activity there before they touch down, man. Yeah! Give us a wave, Demo. Concorde's tail right in shot there. If you're ever going to be photobombed by a plane, it's got to be Concorde, isn't it? Look at that. Looking physically at something more or less the same distance to see whether or not he would be able to see. No, you're not looking and thinking, okay, let's just have a look at it. I am the only thing standing on the roof. But there we go. Somebody saying, come to your comments in a moment, folks. Somebody saying his mum and dad used to work on Concorde. Fly on Concorde, was it, Julie, or work on Concorde? Wow, wow. Worked on board, wow. Peter Finnegan. So EK3 is going to be held there for a couple of minutes. Israel, is it? What inbound? Alpha Bravo, yes indeed, Luke. Look at that wing. Yeah. I think what the X wing is another 12 feet on top of that wing, believe it or not, ladies and gents. Monster plane. monster big twin. There we go. Well, here we are at London Heathrow. We will have a little look round in a minute. Of course, many of you folks, many of you, I'd imagine, have never been up here with us. On the roof. Oh, look, that's interesting. Is Rare going to T3? T4, T3. What's he doing there? What's he doing? T4, sorry. What's he going to T4? 4-4. 4-5. 5-0. Really? Cargo, a 320 cargo? Yeah, I knew it was coming in, but I didn't realise it was car. It was a freighter. Well, it's not PPE, obviously. Can't be. So, off in the distance there, ladies and gents, there is the cargo hub at London Heathrow. Surprising, isn't it, that, you know, there are sheds, there are more sheds over that way. So, yeah, I guess in terms of overall space, as big as EMA, I'd imagine, in terms of the grand scale of things. I'd say that there probably is as much space there as at EMA, especially with the fact that they handle a lot more freight than they do at EMA. But EMA is only second to London Heathrow, so that's a good thing. Dan Eyre mentioning something very important that we've all been discussing. Well, we haven't all been discussing. What am I talking about? People are discussing. We've chatted about briefly, and the fact that we're back up here, but only momentarily, because from next week, this runway will be closed for 3 months for repairs. So all operations will be up on the northern runway. So that's going to be something very interesting. Great shame, of course. So if you're planning to come and stay at the Hilton Garden Inn, folks, you might want to hang on and wait until you find out when this southern runway is back open again. Got Emirates A340-300 at gate. Should be going out around about 1800, we think. Decent temperature up here at the moment. Little bit of a breeze. Certainly nothing as much as what it was yesterday. So over to your south there, yeah, of course, T4, as you can see there, folks. Private terminal, sort of like tucked in behind over there. That's where you will find the remote stand normally. In normal Royal Brunei will be sitting over there. Over there you would see you would normally see Korean. Oh, is it? Oh, nice. Iberia's 350. Here we go, folks. Just coming over London. 777. Nice. Better. Ruben Bengazes, Korean 777. After this next Aer Lingus jet, I believe. Thank you, Rubens. Neo going out. Wow. Aer Lingus, A320 from Courtney next. Thank you very much indeed. Perhaps a typo, don't know. Heathrow Express. Why would I call it Heathrow Express? It was. Just, well, it's fast. And Italy is very, very famous for the best pizzas in the world. Is it? Yes, okay, fair enough. Yeah, we won't do that then. We won't do that. Drew McIntyre, good question. May have just become apparent that they need to do those works. Maybe there was some kind of an inspection and it turned out that there was some either damage to the runway or rot setting in or something like that. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, the lights are all up to date, I think. Easy, easy, easy. Yeah. I know, 3 months, a long time, isn't it? I mean, it's, no, they're normally very quick to make minor repairs. I mean, that is, they do that at Gatwick at night. They actually close the runway down, don't they? Korean 777 up behind us. Richard Payne. I'm right over the other side of the airfield, Richard. If you look on Google Earth, you can kind of get we're looking west at the moment. I'm on the east side, and there is the Renaissance over there, so that's where I'd normally be on the northern runway. There you go. Hope that's clear. Miao-san, Qatar 330 cargo over Chelmsford on its way. Wow, got some sexy jets on their way in, man, and 1 or 2 on their way out as well. I could just about, I swear you, I could just about pick out the Air Mauritius tail. So like I say, folks, this is the southern runway, 27 left operation, 09 right. Terminal 4 over there to your left. Terminal 2 right in front, well, not right in front of us, all maintenance area in front of us here, but the one closest to us to the right is Terminal 2. Wow. Not a lot of spacing. Nice. See how it pulls the elevators up, folks, just to stop the front end from dropping too quickly. Sorry about that. Wow. Big load of reversing going on. So, BEA sheds there. I think I'm right in saying that is the Air Mauritius A340 300 tail. As you can see here, maintenance section for British Airways. Good to see all Nippon triple here, American Airlines, LATAM 777 still here. As you can see, the very unfortunate sight there. You want to see what's to the right of us though, folks. Even sadder. I will probably take you round there to have a look at that a little bit later on before we go, just to see the 747s lined up around the turn. But as you can see, with those covers on those engines, no future plans as it stands at the moment for those jumbo jets. A great shame, of course. One in the middle looking very old and tatty. In fact, I think that one nearest us is probably one of the jumbos that was slated for retirement, because you can see there's no SATCOMs blister or Wi-Fi blister or you know, onboard entertainment blister as there is on the older looking one, and that one over there as well. So those two aircraft there would have been two of the 18 that would have been refurbished. Had a new layout, new cabin layout, new business class section, blah blah blah. Whereas this old girl here was probably left. Coming in. Qatar 330, of course, we're waiting for that. Well, Chipaz 1990 saying no BA 747 flights till at least September. Well, I am hearing, I mean, the rumour has it that there won't be any more 747 flights. So I hope you're right, Chipaz. Joe the Blogger, Chris Godwin, good afternoon to you. Oh, okay, Sam, sorry. Sam, yes, thank you. Well, that's great news if we're talking about September. So that's just over 2 months away. We can live with that, can't we? Chris Godwin, Paul MK, Miles, hi, Debbie Speller, Teenager in Sack, Sandy Humphrey, Kevin Carter, Mark Costigan. Mark Costigan, yes, you are hearing correctly. The southern runway will be closed for a minimum of 3 months whilst they carry out what would, I'd imagine, be quite significant works. We might come up here and have a little look in sort of like 5 weeks or something like that. Have a sneaky little look up here and see, just see the level of work that's going on that southern runway. Maybe taxi way as well. It might be taxiways as well that they're working on. Not so much the actual active runway itself, but we'll have to see. So we'll come up here and have a little sneaky look, shall we? In about 6 weeks' time, something like that. Kate Coventry, Ben 247, Andrew Flyer, Jazzy John, Peugeot Dude Wifey, Luke Cook. Some great pictures on the fan zone, folks. Again, absolutely lovely to meet so many of you folks up there yesterday at East Midlands. And of course, if there's anyone, of course, James as well from the operations team there at East Midlands. Great to meet up with you afterwards as well, James. And we're hopefully going to get a little bit of sort of like, if we can, ladies and gentlemen, get a little bit of early bird news in terms of any big operations happening at East Midlands, like for example the IL-76, the AN-124, you know, that kind of thing. Unfortunately, these operations happen literally last minute, so it's always very tricky to be able to time these things, because obviously in order for us to get, you know, if we're going to do something airside, they need 48 hours, they need the client to approve everything, so there's a lot of sort of like paperwork that has to be done in order for us to go airside. So that's why it's sometimes very difficult, especially, you know, with the client being involved as well. sometimes the clients just don't want their stuff being filmed, even though we are adamant that we don't film serial numbers and barcodes and descriptions, names, that kind of thing. Very sensitive, because obviously the client is sometimes working on behalf of another client, you know. So there's too many people down the line to talk to about it, that they're just like, well, you know what, we'll just leave it as it is. Is this a Virgin Dreamliner by any chance? Wow, Jet Ski Matty. Bought the camera and the tripod. Fair play, Jet Ski Matty. Hanging in. So he's going to get that 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Retire. Boom. I don't think they get that on the Boeings. I know they do on the Airbus, because Rich Taub has talked us down once before when we were at Boston, I remember, because he always says that the aircraft calls him a retard every time he lands, which is not very nice, is it? Few new members: Steve Milner, sorry, Gray Phillips, Scott Tarpley. Good afternoon, everybody watching. Paul Skilling, Ron de Jager, Carlis Tranimir is watching. How you doing, Carl? Hope everything is well with you guys out there. Jazzy John, Thomas Force, Dave Carrington, Steve is a new member. Steve Milner, Leslie Eglinton. Good afternoon to you. Simon Eyes, M14 guy. Thank you to everybody, by the way, yesterday again for feeding me. I'll bring a little red nose, a little red ball next time, and I'll balance it on my nose, and you can feed me fish. Yeah. Just a big bucket of fish. Lob them at me. Martin Povies watching live from Doncaster Airport. Welcome, Martin. Let's get ourselves up to Donny. Obviously done the Vulcan up there, and the 2XL team want to get back up to Doncaster. Do a freight turnaround with you guys out there if you're happy. That's what we'd like to do with one of your inbound 747s or something like that. Talking about 330s. Here we go. Airbus A330. This guy. I saw MEA's A330 in earlier. Oh, this is the cargo. This is the freighter. Look out at the this is a pure freighter, folks. Look at the front nose gear. Look at the big bulge underneath it, or above it, should I say. We'll talk about that in a minute, what that's for. Smoothly down. Gareth Sunset Shepherd back on Facebook. Good to see you back, Gareth. Gareth is good for giving information out, folks. If you want to know what the aircraft is, keep your eye on Facebook. Labyrinth. Good afternoon to you. Keith Walker, sorry. Ben Brown, TAP A320 next in 5 minutes. Scott Tarpley, reinforced landing gear, yes indeed. Not so much reinforced, but just it's not actually reinforced. It's actually, without wanting to sound, you know, like pedantic about it, if that's the right word, but it's redesigned to pitch the nose of the aircraft so that it's plumb level. If you can see that, normally a 330 will sit slightly nose squatting, but as you can see there, she's plumb level, just so that it's easier for the guys to load and unload the aircraft rather than having to push it up from the front, if you see what I mean. So even though it may well be reinforced, but it's more sort of like, you know, revised in terms of lifting the front end up ever so slightly. The 777 freighter has an adjustable option on the front undercarriage. I think it's something that they build in at the factory. I don't think it's a retrofit system as such. But just look at that, where the undercarriage is there, folks. You'll be able to now, when you see the next A330, even the A340. In fact, the A340-300 is more or less the same aircraft as the A330. Same wing on the A330-300. You can obviously fit another couple of engines on it, but the A340-300 not running the same engine, A340-300 running the smaller CFM56 engines, which are the same as, look very much like the IAE engines, more tubular belt. So leading that little British Airways lineup there is the A350. Well, Teenager Insect, DC-8 Stretch used to have to level nose gear prior to loading cargo. Wow, used to have to. So that was a hydraulic lifting system mechanism, was it there, Teenager Insect? Wow. Alan Sosama, sitting in the garden, coffee, cigarettes and Big Jet. Coffee, cigarette, well, we can't obviously coffee, cigarette. You've got enough there, fella. It's going through them like, you know. Dick Dastardly, China Eastern A330 after the TAP 747-4F leaving London Heathrow at 6:50. Okay, that's interesting. Did you hear that, Julie? 747 freighter leaving London Heathrow at 6:50. Well, where is she? Where is that freighter? You got a DHL tail over there. I've got, of course, Qatar. Oh, really? Okay. It's got LATAM's triple over there, folks. Mike Spink, the singing salesman. Mike Spink's ordered some rain. Thanks, mate. What, through bigjet.shop? Dispatched that yet, Gilly? Mike Spink's ordered some rain for me. So hearing it, somebody telling us yesterday, one of the members, that easy son, it is got a couple of friends that fly the Neo, and they have said or confirmed what I had said, and that was because of the large engines on the Neo. Look at that lineup there, man. 3 of them coming out. It's a little bit more twitchy in windy conditions, bringing the Neo Neo in. Bigger engines, of course. Just undo that. Stephen Richards, good afternoon. You, Paul Jones, Kevin Carter, Nigel Warren, Mr. Righty 71, Cameron Knights, Ben 24/7. So, we're obviously keeping an eye on travel opportunities, ladies and gents, specifically relating to our first class and super class members. We're looking at the option of Anchorage. As soon as we're able to travel, we will, of course, look at Anchorage as one of our destinations. There's 4 of them coming out, man. Look at that. But in the meantime, looks like it's going to be Toulouse for the first stop. Looking at that possibly towards the end of this month. All about accommodation is what we're looking at. Look at the profile of that Concorde, man. Absolutely insane, isn't it? Beautiful. This looks like a DHL A3. Is this the old banger? Boing, ding, boing. Or is it? Oh no! It's the China Eastern, isn't it? Is it China Eastern or? The one with the red nose, anyway. Good looking jetliner, this, folks. Get a good look at her livery now. Yeah. Now watch the elevators, ladies and gents. Once he's touched down, watch him flutter the elevator. He's still doing it now just to smooth out the touchdown. Here it comes now. Now watch him pull the elevators up ever so slightly. Just easy, son. That came down quite quick, actually. This movements, man. Andy Acker, or Aker, sorry, Andy. Good afternoon to you. Ben 247. We're glad to have you back, mate. Nigel Warren can tell difference between 787 and 350. Yeah, there's quite a lot of you know. Once you see a lot of them, you can really identify them quite easily. And to be honest with you, it's more all about the front end, the front section of, and of course the big winglets on the A350 as opposed to the raked wing tips on the Dreamliner. Yes, Martin Smith. It was a great shame, wasn't it? All that money to improve, especially the fuel tanks, upgrade the cabin, only for it to be taken out of service as soon as it did. It's actually 9/11 that killed it off, really, wasn't it? You know, the oil prices and stuff like that. The actual Air France disaster was a wake-up call for them in terms of safety, in terms of reinforcing the wing underneath. However, it really was 9/11 which killed off Concorde, unfortunately. The oil crisis probably would have happened in time, I would have thought, but even so, it's a bit like the 747s now. COVID's killed off the 747, hasn't it, really, when you look at it. Jazz M cargo jet on the push. Thank you, Jazz M. Air Action 2257. I've said that too many times on this show about how disrespectful it is that they've put Concorde. I mean, it would have been all right if she's on her own and there's nothing, no paraphernalia around her, but with all that gubbins, and she's just lost there, you know. I mean, look at it. It's a bloody disgrace, isn't it? It's like a load of pikeys have been, you know, gone and done a load of decorating and just dumped all their stuff around a beautiful country lane, you know, like pikeys do. And like some scumbag people do as well, who can't be bothered to use the tip, you know, like normal people do, you know. But there you go. Anyway, a great shame, a real shame, has to be said. Ross Kennedy, good afternoon to you. Kimberly Bond, Yvonne Heelan, Chishiga, Rennie Jensen. Wow, Rennie, hope you're doing well, my friend. Wow. After my amputation, sounds a little bit heavy duty, that, doesn't it? Oh, is a finger, was it? Oh, I hope it all works out for you, my friend. Oh, okay, Rennie, good to have you back, my friend. Hope all is well. Swift recovery, and yeah, back to full strength, 100% fitness in no time, my old friend. Stephen O's, did I enjoy the Formula One? Wow, a bit of a crazy old race, wasn't it? I'll tell you what, Albon, hey. He's a youngster, and so he's hot-headed. He'll just go in. He had the opportunity to make a big name for himself by passing and possibly even beating Lewis Hamilton. So it probably got a bit too much for him, and should have left it for a couple of turns, man. You know, or at least another lap. He had long enough to think about it with Hamilton's gearbox issues and all that sort of stuff. It's just a great shame that Albon did what he did. Could have had his first podium in Formula One, but there you go, he didn't, and that's that. So folks, just to let you know, I'm up on the Hilton Garden Inn, a stone's throw, literally a stone's throw from Hatton Cross bus station. Of course, today, no bus issues at all. But as you can see down there is Hatton Cross, right there. So you can get the bus here. You can get the tube here. I think you can get the tube. Paul Hodgie would know that, wouldn't he, about how you get here? But very easy to get to, basically. And if you're going to stay here, time it, prime it, and time it. You won't want to be really staying here for at least another 3 months, or until we let you know that the southern runway is back in full operation. Yes. Yes. Men at work. Have to have a little men at work banner for the boys up there, won't we? He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. Sorry. Oh, very happy for Lando Norris, Dan the man. Happy for Norris, and also happy for McLaren. About time they started winning again, or getting on the winning streak again. I think that's the first. I mean, obviously he was handed the position by a couple of retirements, but who cares? A position's a position, isn't it? And he was made up for it. Squealed like a little girl in a funny sort of way inside the cockpit, but hey, he's a youngster. He's perfectly entitled to squeal like that. But fair play, man. I mean, what a result! And he'd won quite a few of the E Grand Prix, hadn't he, as well? Not the E Grand Prix, the virtual Grand Prix that they were having during lockdown. Anyway, 4-year-old Boeing 787-9 Virgin going to Joburg. Dan, the man, telling us. Thank you, my friend. 4 years old, this old girl, new girl, really, going to Joburg. That's a long run, man. It's just looks like oh, ULDs. Now you can see there, those ULDs are for narrow body jets, folks. You can see the angled lower sections are so that they fit them straight in the hold of the belly of an A320, or but they are narrow body ULDs, unit load devices. What else have we got? Good afternoon, Mark Drew. Bulldog 617's in the house. Thanks, Mike, for the information. Darren Golding. Oh dear, Darren Golding. Lando had rubbish internet. Oh dear. That was one of the refurbed aircraft, wasn't it? Phil Sky saying 2 more Singapore Airlines went to Alice Springs for storage this week. Sounds like they went on holiday. What Singapore Airlines? What are we talking about? 777s, 350s, 330s. Teenager in Sack is a tanker guy. sure he's probably told us before, but is that tanker as in like RAF tanker, air tanker services tanker, aircraft flyer, or a tanker, a fueling chappier who fuels the aircraft, drives the tankers on the airfield? I don't really. Mark Castle. 12787-10s in total. What's that in reply to? 7810s getting loads of them. BA Philip Sinclair saying that's interesting. Well, that will be to replace the 747s, no doubt about it. I would imagine. Hayden, hopefully this month we're gonna start off with a simple trip out to Toulouse is what we're looking at. We're just looking at accommodation at the moment. Did we ever get that information from the F1 Hotel GP? Did we? Never got any reply. I did email them. I did message them, didn't I? And I got nothing back from them. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Ah, okay. Well, then we need to kind of do that then, don't we? So this, we're used to seeing their 320, aren't we? These guys. It's an Embraer. I think it's a 175 possibly. I don't really know. Rob Brown, good afternoon to you. On YouTube, Jason Short, good afternoon to you. Bulgaria Air Embraer 190 taxi. So 190, thank you very much indeed. Hard to see with my little monitor. I've only got a little monitor. I think the other one might be slightly bigger. No, not yet. We're going to, we'll do a reveal. We'll do another reveal. Is your, is it the cargo jet taxiing out from the cargo hub right now? Yeah, exactly, man. Wow. Oh, really? Okay, good. Wow, that's a steep climb out, man. Very steep. Well, at least there's things happening in there. Colin McCann, yes, I do recall that Lando did indeed set the fastest lap on the last lap and got the extra point, so that puts him right up the top. So let's hope McLaren can maintain that, and of course the next race is at the same track. So lessons to be learnt. Hopefully they'll take that DRS zone out, which is pretty pointless. Good afternoon, Harrison Fensom, Karen Corcoran, Laura Ribbons, Brandon Baker, Plane Spotting Ringway. I was booked in the Hilton for 25th of July at Heathrow, but now I'm thinking of changing it because the runway's shut. What do you think? Yes, my friend. Most definitely, I would. I know that RL wouldn't mind. I know the guys here wouldn't mind. You know, if I suggest elsewhere, purely because you'll have nothing to look at. However, you know, yeah. I mean, yes, yeah. I mean, if you stayed on the right-hand side of the hotel, I'll show you what you would see if you stayed on the right-hand side. But you might want to be a little bit nosy and see what works. You might be into your diggers and your tar macadam machines and want to stay here and have a good nosy at the works going on. Aircraft arriving. Attention. You are now entering a red zone. Kevin Phillips, good afternoon to you. Brian Mitchell. Ross Kennedy, single runway ops will be busy-ish going forward. Well, we're on, yeah, one would hope. Absolutely crazy how dead it was yesterday afternoon, I have to say, but I'm sure there was a reason for it. But right now, things are good. Mike Day, good afternoon to you. Stuart Aslett, we have a runway view room at the Renaissance next month. Now I'm very pleased hearing the runway news. Stuart, did you take advantage, I hope, of the of your discount structure as a member on Big Jet TV? I hope you did, my friend. You should have done. Jason Short, Lawrence, G6. On the roof. Another Virgin Dream. Let's get a close up of this nose. Done all their what? What are you talking about? Lufthansa haven't, have they? I thought Lufthansa only got rid of... No. Lufty haven't got rid of all of their 380s, man. They've only got a percentage of them. I mean, because you remember how many 346s they have? You're talking about 380s or 346s? Yeah, because not all their 346s are going. So... There you go. Yeah, and we saw a couple of we saw a Lufthansa 346. Yeah, we did. No, we definitely did though. It knew data bar. Man, look at all this traffic, man. Look at all this traffic. Turkish Dreamliner, cargo jet 767. He did get his discount. Brilliant. Oh, that's great, man. Under the boardwalk. Oh, that's another one, isn't it? Bruce Willis did that one, didn't he? Under the boardwalk. Under the boardwalk. Boardwalk. Boo. Oh no. Wow, full length for Turkish. Need to get a shifty on, son. Got someone behind you. Alex 1224. This is a VX1 Panasonic V Victor X-Ray 1. Point and shoot, ladies and gents. Don't worry about all your manual focus stuff. Point and shoot. Set it to maximum digital. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. What's the flaperons? See it go up to neutral. Now it'll go beyond neutral, up a little bit. And then it'll settle back down just to stabilise the airflow, I think, behind the wing with the engine exhaust, I think. Something like that, anyway. Just make it up, mate, why don't you? Should ask that, actually. What is the... Do you know what? It's funny, and I won't mention any names, but I've asked pilots. So, I have actually asked some pilots. So, you know that little, the little leakage that you get underneath the engine? Underneath the engine, oh, petticoat loose. Under that little, oh yeah, here we go. You see, with the 330, always touch down with the back set of wheels, and then boom, she'll sit down on the front set. Wow. Freight Dog going full length. Tim Claydon, do you think BA will move the 380s onto the New York route? Good question that, but weren't they already bringing the 380s in on the New York route? I seem to recall, wasn't it? Or am I thinking no? No, I'm thinking Chicago. Chicago, there were the 380s, wasn't it? They had a big bust up with Virgin Atlantic. Ended up going the way of British Airways. Virgin firmly losing the battle on that one. Underneath the arches. Katie DeSemple. Oh, Mrs. having cats. I think if you've had cats, you'd always have to have cats, wouldn't you? You know, go and get a kitten, Katie. Yeah, go and get a kitten. Go on. No, go to. Wow, is that a puff of smoke there? No, it's just a optic illusion. Go down to Battersea Dogs and Cats Home, get yourself a lovely, like I did. Charchie's a rescue cat. he wouldn't come out that the little thing that I got him in. He was like, all I'd see is his two little eyes. You know, when it was. Eventually, I coaxed him out. I got him out, and it was one of those little igloo things that you get for your cat. You know. He barely fitted in it as well. I don't think he'd get in it now, not with all them cigarellos at his head. Not with that extra fat bit that he's got. He doesn't need a flipping igloo, he's just flipping fluff ball, isn't he? What's that? Great shame to see those jumbos there, ladies and gents. That's Landals. Original 1901 iron brew made from Scotland girders. Okay, good. Old railway bridges. Ground down railway girders. Wow, Scott Tarpley's going back to work tomorrow after 15 weeks off. Anybody else coming off of furlough? Let us know. Hope you're all going, and those who've already started again, as we know there have been many of you. Hope you're all doing well and having a great time. Dogs have owners, cats have staff. You got it right there, Miles. Incoming, Jerry. I remember I gave you the info about the flaperons. It is to protect them during high power. Okay, I sent you an email about it from the TUI. Oh, right. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, mate. Yeah, I forgot that, but that's interesting. So, to protect them during high power. In other words, it goes into the upward position. I guess it's automatic to prepare to. Protect it from being blasted, literally. Oh, interesting, because it is, after all, right behind. Yeah, indeed. Great stuff. Thank you, Ian. Sorry, I won't forget it this time. It did sometimes at school need it. A couple of times I needed to be told before I got it. You know what I mean? So obviously on that day I was maybe, I don't know, not paying attention. My apologies. Jacko Dwarf Sweets, I hope that BA will set the back BA, that BA will set the 747 back on the JFK route. Yes, hoping that they will do that, because we would obviously love to fly out on one of them. Who's this coming out of? Who's that? What's this? Oh, Virgin. Okay. This could be going to maintenance, I don't know. Not got my radar on at the moment. Looks like a 350. Lightly coming out, I thought. New member, Sabira, sorry, my apologies, Sabira. Welcome, upgraded to first class. Sabira, thank you very much indeed. Portugal Holiday Villas, Derek McCauley, Jacka Door Suites, Rhonda Jaeger, everybody giving a shout out to Sabira. Thomas B. Much, not as busy today as it was yesterday. Well, Thomas, I have to say, yesterday was a disaster, wasn't it? Wasn't it yesterday that was a bit of a, you know, like yesterday when I came back from EMA, it was dead as a dodo, wasn't it? Yesterday, yeah. MJB 2608 Qantas 380 storage flight to Victorville. Wow, storage flight to Victorville. Will that ever come out of Victorville, folks? You know, will that ever? You know, I mean, what is the deal with these things? I mean, okay, well, there we go then. So they're going to store her down there. There's a lot of Qantas jets stored out in Victorville. Even some old 767s that still carry the Qantas livery. But great to hear that they are saying that apparently they are expecting the Qantas 380s to be back in service in 2023. So that's good news. Do you knew? Was that 350 on tow? Claire Colville, C-130J over Feltham Staines earlier. Blimey, I didn't. When you say over Feltham and Staines earlier, was it like sort of like, you know, 20,000 feet? Was it sort of like very low? What was it doing, Claire? Thank you, Lynn Keeble. Megs Thompson, Kimberly Bond. I've worked all the way through lockdown from home. Fantastic, Kimberly. Thomas, well, at least that is a good thing, that when you're busy, time generally does tend to go quicker if you've got things to do, isn't it? Darren Graham, good afternoon to you, just finished work. Liam Costello, what's your favourite aircraft? For me, it has to be the Hawk T2. Interesting. It's an interesting favourite aircraft, the Hawk T2. What, Hawk Trainer is that, perhaps? Liam? He's very well, Emma, thank you. Good afternoon to you. And where's this one going? Interesting. Interesting. Kind of, yeah. Oh, well, the only place I can't see it is up above my head. Okay, yeah. Over my house. Okay. A little south of me, is she? Okay, yeah. Not. I mean, it's broken cloud. It's a bit like The Simpsons. That's the kind of cloud that I've got at the moment. Shut up, Meg. So now he's going back that way. Oh, okay. So he just couldn't go straight on. He had to go around the block. You're bleeding mad, you are. You're flipping mad, mate. Bleeding nutcase. What? Rob Brown, teenager in St. Portugal holiday villas. Good afternoon to everybody watching on Big Jet TV. Colin Don, good afternoon to you and welcome. And upgraded membership to first class. Thank you, Colin. Of course, just found out that Charles Daniel has passed away. Okay, is Charlie Daniels the fellow who did the theme music for wrote the theme tune, sung the theme tune? Martin Ralph. The Hawk T2 is a trainer aircraft used by the RAF and Royal Navy and the Red Arrow. There we go. That's exactly what I thought. So wow, what a great preference for aircraft in terms of militaria. Wow, it's a tricky one, man. Because I love my military jets. I love the A-10 tank bomber. I love the F-16, the F-35. You know, the F-15. Nasty, noisy, loud, crackly, bang, pop, whiz, and all that. I love the Galaxy, the C5, you know, the A400M, just so impressive with its beautiful big props. You know, I think there's 8 blades on each of those each of those hubs. 8 massive, great big carbon composite blades. You know, just so many different variations of aircraft. I love them all, man. I love the 777. I love the 747. You know, of course, you know, everyone loves the 747. If you're a true aviation fan, you will obviously have a very special place in your heart. But I love the A350 as well. Love the Dreamliner 10. You know, love the Neo. Love the A220, 330 Neo. You know, Beluga, 777X, you know, all of them. Love them all, man. Love them all. Don't have any preference, really, to be perfectly honest. But Phil Sky, miles high. Carol Crozier. Carol is late. It's absolutely fine, Carol. Don't worry. Sorry, I'm late. Just come running in, just thrown everything on the table. Sorry. Rick Chaplin, yeah, F-14 Tomcat. Wow, some of those beautiful fighter jets of both the past and the present. C-17, C-130, yeah. Harrison loves the CRJs. There you go. You see the E-Jet E2 as well. Don't forget, folks. Hardly seen apart from Helvetic Airlines. They're about the only airline that's got any significant number of those E2 E-Jets. Very much sort of like on a par and in competition with the Airbus A220. Got some new. Took a drive out to my the guy that supplies all of my clamps, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you. I'll just show you quickly. There you go. Oh, say about there. So I had some pretty dodgy clamps before, but I've got these new ones here, which are absolutely articulate. Is it articulate? Articulated. You know, those ball arms that you got there. And look at this. Look at this with the setup I've got here for the iPad and the iPhone. Absolutely flipping perfect. With an articulated joint there. Looking really smart, man. Really smart. And of course, the microphone's sitting nicely. Should we try out the? Should we bring out? You're dead. Sorry, I'm not dead yet. Should we try the mics, Jilly? Should we try the little mics again? Okay. Right. So I've got these. For interviews that we're going to be doing, folks. I've got these little Saramonic. It's called the Blink 500. Little receiver that you basically put onto the camera, which is all remote. Okay, now I'm just going to pull the plug. Hold on a minute. I don't know if it might. What? About what? Oh, well, people were talking about that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, need to speak to some people about that. Well, they're obviously talking about the 747. Yeah. Right. I'm now going to put that in there like that. That's on permanent. That's on there. Right. Okay, Julie, mic going in. You've got the. This is the proprietary mic that's on now. Okay, so this is it. Can you hear it? Check, check. 1 2 1 2. Okay, you got that, yeah. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put the other one, which is right there. And here we go. You ready? 1 2 check check 1 2. Hello hello hello. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain, do you know? Can you hear it? Are you good? Are you good? Is it clean? Is it clear? Wow! Wow! Now that is a good little system if that works properly. Wow, yeah, I love that. I love that. Because the mic is actually... Now the thing is that let me check... Yeah, right, but let me test this. Let me test this because the big part of the whole test is because this is obviously a directional lavalier style mic, okay? So it's not designed to work as efficiently as the big mic, obviously, because it's only a lavalier. So therefore, it's something that you clip to your shirt. Let's just do it now. See what happens. Okay, now that's right here, right now. So this is it here, look. Let me just show you. It's all right, isn't it? You know, you have the normally you have the little fluffy lavalier with a lead running out of it and all that, but this is totally remote. This is completely remote, and I've got a little receiver on the camera, yeah. So I could just pick it off and do all of that with it. It's got the mic at the front. No flipping and flopping and all that sort of stuff. Do you like my new top, ladies and gents? Hey? Big Jet TV TV. Big Jet TV TV. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, back to the action. So you might. We'll just get a little bit of feedback. People might be saying, "Oh, yeah, but it's a bit." Okay. Okay. Cool. Matthew. What happened? Has it stopped? Really? It's gone off. Now you see that's... No. I'm going to have to switch back to the other one now. Did it go off? Did it go off? Oh, you see now that's not brilliant. I'm gonna have to switch back to the other, because that's what happened yesterday. I was testing it and it was brilliant, and then it went off. Okay, other one going on now. Hold on a second. Well, that was good then. That's a good test, wasn't it? Okay, so that's on. Now it's working. Just a little bit worried that that's sort of like a... Why would that... No, she's fully... Yeah, it's a USB charge, but it's... well, it's actually not a USB, it's a special type of USB. But no, it's not that. It's not that. It's absolutely fine, because I tested them. No, there's no batteries in it. It's all rechargeable. It's a completely rechargeable unit. But I'm still a little bit worried that... Out to the other one now. Just keep an eye on it, Jilly. Just keep, I don't know why it would go off like that. Yeah, no, that keeps going off after sort of 60 seconds or something. Yeah, that shouldn't be on a timer, man. It should be on a timer. It's not like I've got my eggs on the go, or got some toast in the oven or something. That's a bit lame if that does that. Let me just keep an eye on it. Stand by, folks. I'll come back to you in a second. See, what I thought was initially that it might have been interfering with the other mic. The other mic. Other mic going on. Other mic should be on. Yeah, other mic is on. Yeah, just check the other mic's on. 1 2 1 2 blah blah and all that. Is that Qatar's triple already turning around? Sorry, folks, just testing that out. We'll, yeah, we're back on that. We're going to leave it as it is. I'm going to, yeah, no, I'm back. I am back. Yeah, you're all good. You can take me off now. Darren Smith, 60 seconds is a bit quick for an egg. I wouldn't know, because I don't boil them. Don't eat them either, other than food that has got egg in it. So it's gone off again. There we go. Right. Okay. So. It's not. It's not a Bluetooth connection. No. I'll luckily for me, I've got a good contact at Saramonic called Jit. Hello, Jit. If you're listening, sort it out, son. MJB says it's crackles just before it comes on and goes out. I think that's just the signal crackle. Find out. Where's mic 1 and mic 2? Good evening, Paul Emerson. Yeah, as I'm pressing that button, you know, some poor aircraft like ended up in Manchester when he should have been coming here. Jamie Bottomley, the directional Lavalier needs to go in the direction of the nearest bin. Brilliant. Jeff Anderson, interrupter gear like an old World War I fighter plane gun. Shot through the prop, didn't they, on some of those old biplanes? Yeah, I mean, a recommendation maybe as well by other captains. This guy's good. You should make him a captain. I don't think it's something that happens in. Is it a minimum amount of years you have to be flying a specific variant of aircraft before you're able to captain them? I think that might be it. Dick Dastardly already done that, changing out the frequencies. Preset frequency as well. They're basically paired. They're already paired when you buy them, when they come in the box. But I will. I'll troubleshoot it with my contact, and we'll get it sorted out. Jed Kenyon, Lynn Keeble. Bobby Fitzsimmons back, loud and clear. Blimey. Okay. Oh, sorry. Scroll down. Air France from Paris to London Heathrow. Any minute now. And there it was. Tony Hall. Thank you. Got a little intersect scenario going on here. A little bit of. Coming at us. Got a. Apparently Emirates 777 approaching. Oh, Doug Foley, it's and the it's it and Doug Foley. Alex 1224, it's already been, my friend. Already done. Lovely landing. Some EasyJet captains go from training to captain in 9 months. Wow, Alan, that's amazing. Maybe that is because it is easier to get captain left-hand seat on the smaller jets than it is the bigger jets. I don't know. I do know one thing's for sure, and that is that my niece's husband was flipping burgers. Then he got then his mum and dad paid for him to go and fly to train to become a pilot. Became a pilot, flew with EasyJet, for a while, and then went to Emirates and flies the A380 now. So 320 up to a fully fledged. Well, he went first officer, obviously first on the 380. Now I think he's captain on the 380 with Emirates. Chris Hibbard, good afternoon to you. Simon Hardy, Beluga, overhead, over his head anyway. Oh, hello, what's that? What's that now? private jet coming over the top of the head now. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I've got him. Probably won't pick him up, to be perfectly honest with you. I do know that when I did the promo piece for the Hilton Garden Inn, and I came up here and I shot these pieces, it does look great, that shot that you're looking at now on the big screen. If you're watching it on the big screen, it does look fandabadorsy. Did we have the, how far did I get with that whole contacting the Holiday Inn then, GP? I don't think I did anything, did I? No, because I've obviously become too engrossed in something else, haven't I? So, yeah. What was it, Holiday Inn where? They probably won't. I don't know. Are you able to use your? Are you able to use your? What did they call it? What did they call it? They called it the. No. Are you part of the? What scheme or what was it called? The loyalty. You know, the loyalty thingy-majig. Does that go through? Is that global or is that just the UK? Just quickly type it in, Gilly. Just have a quick look and look and see if its loyalty scheme is if it applies to global travel. I'd imagine it would do, surely. I don't really know. Harrison Fenton, Eva Air inbound. Yes, Stephen Rogers. It is definitely the southern runway. It is official. It's closing. I don't know why you can't see anything on Heathrow's webpage about it, but probably be on their more likely on their Facebook page or just a little update or something like that. It's something that would perhaps be updated just before it happens or something. I don't know. Alan Maskell, the old fighter planes did fire through the prop. That must have been one of a hell of a gearbox to synchronise the weapons through the fast-moving prop. Yeah, absolutely insane, Alan. Of course, the ME-109 had one right through the middle of the nose of the hub of the prop, which is just incredible when you think of that whole a machine gun that's basically set up behind the engine. Goes right the way through the engine and goes through the prop hub itself. Incredible, man. Dave Seton, Precious, thank you very much, Precious, for the 100 stars. Wendy van der Weg is here. Mark Hickman. Michael Jones. Michael Jones, Anybody is welcome here. Obviously not up on the roof with me here. This is exclusive. Can't have anybody here up on the roof. But of course, over there at the Renaissance, anybody can come and visit us there. Of course. All right. Well, I tell you what, Jilly. Let's just confirm the whole flight status, because we need to make sure that we can do that, at least get a day in and then leave in the evening like we did last time, you know what I'm saying? Alan Turner, Emirates 777 due in 18 minutes. Thank you very much indeed, Alan, for keeping us updated. Everybody, please don't feel shy. Come in and say hello. Qatar, teenager in Qatar departures look like the 777-300 we saw at Ord last fall over our hotel 8 miles from the runway every afternoon. After 3 or so, Cathay would depart over us. Yes, I mean it is a beautiful aircraft to look from so many different angles as well. All right. Sorry. Okay. That's the old bill. That's the police. Oh, what's that? Say that again, Jilly. That's right, yeah. In the morning? Oh, flipping egg. So I'd have to stay overnight the second night and then just come straight back in the morning, no filming in the morning. Yeah, no, we can do that, just so long as we get a whole day. That's what's important. Harrison telling us that Emirates is on radar. Thank you. We've got a new member, Jason Short. No, he's upgraded to first class. Jason has upgraded to first class. Of course, yes, welcome, Jason. Oh, Medivac MBB Eurocopter. Medivac, teenager in Saxon. Not the old, not the usual police helicopter. Interesting. Probably told us some nutter on the hotel room. Yeah, well, just so that you folks are aware, you probably do sometimes wonder, well, hold on a minute, you know, how come Heathrow police aren't rushing up there? Well, I've got a very good rapport with the guys at Heathrow Police. Made my usual call, as I do every time I'm filming. Hello, Big Jet TV. Very chirpy young controller there today. I get a CAD number, simple as that, folks. It's a CAD number, which basically alerts all the local authorities and making them aware, and that also filters through and down to Heathrow as well, so that everybody knows that Big Jet TV are out and about, filming for the delectable delights of their viewers. Oh, JRJ Photo says that was the Met Police. There we go. Jed Kenyon. Yes, of course, it is the frame rate of the camera that basically, a bit like with the props that you see on the A400M or the Hercules. It is a shame, I have to say, like when we filmed the Lancaster, Just Jane taxiing out from her hangar and the props were still, I would much rather, of course, have you seen the maps actually turning But there's nothing we can do about that, is there? Have a little look at London, folks. Try and have a little look at London. And maybe it's because of London that all of London's that's the NatWest Tower there, folks. I remember when they built the NatWest Tower. I went up there with my brother-in-law before we went to do Lally, and yeah, that was the tallest building in London, in old Londonian town. Went up on top of the post office tower there with the rotating upper deck, which I think is still a restaurant, and you can still go on top of it. Went up there with me dad many moons ago. And then of course we have the other side, the Docklands. You can't, unfortunately, right at the moment, right behind there, you can just about see the Shard behind that crane, which is photobombing the Shard right now. And you might be able to see, let's just have a little look and see if we can't see, you can see the, that one there I think is the, no, that's Docklands over there. That's the Docklands. That's the HSBC building, I think. And this, it's just flown over London, is an Emirates 777-300, which it was great to hear Damo's description of his flight over London when he flew in last time. Of course, in the winter time, folks, when we're up here, we get these big ribbons coming off the wings, great big wing fluff, lots of moisture. So something to look forward to in the winter. Easy. Oh, boom! And the dirt is gone. Don't know how many of the Emirates boys and girls are watching, but that was pretty gnarly. A340-300, ladies and gentlemen. Look at his little engines, look. Now, believe it or not, folks, the 4 engines that are on that aircraft are the same engines that we see on the A320, 319. Some fleets of Airbus A320 and 319 and 318 operators using the CFM56 engine. This is what this one is, 4 CFM56 engines. Same aircraft basically as an A330-300, folks. Slightly longer fuselage and longer range in terms of its capabilities. Rich from Sheffield, 4-holer. 4-holer, okay. Good to see their A330 Neo at some point, hopefully, be bringing that back to London Heathrow. So he's going to hold his position. We do have what appears to be a Dreamliner behind us. Bish bosh bash. Hello, hello, hello. So Air India in from Delhi. I'll be honest with you, man. Not best at me geography, as you know, but I've never heard of Plaisance before. Never heard of Plaisance before. Never heard of Plaisance before. Where this Air Mauritius, obviously in Mauritius, isn't it? Plaisance. Oh! Drop it like it's hot. Wow! I reckon there's some proper pockets of turbulent thermals there, causing the aircraft to sort of suddenly lose all its lift. And not allowing the pilots to bring her in nice and smooth. It seems to be quite turbulent just before he touched down. Martina! Martina Musselwhite. All the 340 variants having a centre bogey undercarriage. Wow, look how smoky she is. Like an old DC-8, look. The 340-200 does not have a centre bogey wheel, I think you might be right. So watch the smoke. It should be quite smoky, this. Whereas number 4's definitely smoking. Wow, look at that heat coming out of those engines, man. PL campsite, some kind of mistime. this is Eva Air, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, he's greased that. Stood her up on the back wheels and then just let it sink nice and smoothly onto its big feet. Richard Graham's obviously enjoying himself. A beer and Big Jet TV, perfection. Well, what do we got? 25 to 7. What do we got?